Durante leads the league in completed passes. There's another one to Ben Warland alongside Wilkinson in the heart of defence. Grant down the line to Caceres. Back-to-back starts for him. 4 in all now for the club. They've gone back to the keeper, and Ned Zelix is turning away in disgust already. Redmayne goes long and finds his striker. Nodded down to Gujanajad. And it won't quite spin away for the corner, but an attacking throw coming up.
Well, he was winding up there, wasn't he? Certainly thought he'd shoot a bit earlier there, just hesitated.
Warland has seen the run of Ninkovic. Going to get away from him. Case in point. Down breeze, Sydney FC. Into the breeze, Wellington. Do teams talk about that kind of thing before a game?
Sure, but you know yourself, once you're out there, you get into positions where it's probably in the back of your mind and you're just focused on that particular passage of play.
Tough for professional footballers to think about too many things.
Well, it's hard for it all to register. I mean, in the end, they are footballers.
Sarpreet Singh had a birthday during the week. He played 31 games as a teenager and scored 6 goals. Now he's in his 20s, and we're looking forward to seeing his football over the next decade. He's already shown plenty in his teenage years. Think back to round 7 this season at Cogra. Wellington really surprised Sydney FC and started to click under Mark Rudan, didn't they, when they were 3-0 up inside 38 minutes on that occasion. Sydney FC really played a high line on that afternoon and got burnt by Krishna and company. You noticing anything different the way they're approaching it in this game, defensively, against the likes of Krishna?
Oh, the switch is on.
Williams finding Kakachi. Plenty in the box too. He dribbles his way in and tries to tee up Mandi. Brought down by Krishna. And it might stay in. It does for Kakachi. Redmayne able to get it second time around with Singh lurking.
Well, gave himself so much to do there, didn't he, Krishna? But in the end, it worked out. And somehow Kakachi got on the end of this. And certainly should be someone in there to Singh. But really good play again from Wellington. And just back to your question about what Sydney have to do.
Lafondra, big chance here. Reza Gujanajad. Oh, Philip Curto has made more saves than any other keeper this season. And that's one of his best, to deny the Iranian international, who really thumped it low and hard, but the Polish keeper was there.
Well, what they have to do, Speedy, is score goals from those positions. It was the mistake here from Durante. And a great ball in behind for Gujanajad. That's a brilliant save, Curto. But really, he has to finish from there.
Here's Singh between the lines. Decent ball in. Just favoured Redmayne in the end, but Krishna's already looking dangerous.
Well, another great run from Krishna. Here it is again, the chance. Simply superb save from Curto.
It's like he can read the mind of a striker.
Well, he certainly did on this occasion, Speedy. Fantastic reflex save. But really, you'd expect someone with the quality of Reza Gujanajad to finish those off.
Beautifully teed up by Lafondra as well. He should have been adding an assist to his tally of goals.
And it's yet another example. I mean, Sydney have created so many opportunities in the last few weeks. Just lack that ruthless streak in front of goal.
That would have been Lafondra's first assist all season. Had Gujanajad finished it off. Durante safe with that possession. Look at that hold up on the breeze. Would have been over halfway if they were going the other way. Easily. Barely travelled 30 metres. Coughed up by Ninkovic. Williams. Oh, it's a poor end of that move.
Well, he played it blind. Certainly had a bit more time to pick someone out there, Williams. The wonderful play from Fenton. Got up on Ninkovic and forced the error.
And now it's Singh picking the pocket of Berlanti. Roy Krishna. And both centre-halves got a little touch on that one. They're under the pump, though, Wilkinson and Warland. Getting there first was Kopczynski. And go back to his countryman.
Oh, yet another blind pass this occasion from Ninkovic. Thought Gujanajad was still in that advanced position. He dropped off. Certainly, where Sydney really do have to find a bit more composure. Whoa.
Catch it.
That's heading towards the commentary box.
Just reach out and catch it, Ned. Just bringing back a bit of Dean Jones commentary from the World Series cricket, you may remember, when the Six headed for the commentary box.
Great days.
Great channel, Fox Cricket. Takes up a lot of your time over summer when you're not watching the A-League games. Now 10 minutes gone. Brandon O'Neill's set piece. A one-man wall to negotiate.
Is he whipping this one in towards the goalkeeper?
He is, and there's a chance. Oh, no one could get on the end of it. Razor Gujanajad was in the vicinity again, but no finishing touch to a wonderful ball in.
Oh, it's a fantastic ball in from O'Neill, but just no one on the end of it. Great whip.
Sydney FC have scored in their last 10 games against Wellington. They scored in 31 straight games overall, only 5 away from the A-League record. Should already have 1 or 2 in the account this afternoon. And they've looked a little open at the back as well. Great distribution from Redmayne. An important touch there by Fox. He's taken out a play by Lafondra, though, so a quick early throw from Ninkovic found the striker. And given back to Lafondra, who snatched at the shot. He also had Gujanajad sneaking in at that far post if he'd gone across the face.
Certainly. Got another bite at the cherry. There was poor clearance from Wellington. A really good, strong play initially from Lafondra. Out-muscling Fox.
You'd think Wellington would be used to the windy conditions, but they're a little rattled this afternoon, losing plenty of possession due to the breeze. Mark Rudan plays ball boy here, looking to keep it up tempo for his team.
Oh, the wind's certainly creating havoc out there. It certainly is interesting to see how players adapt to it, adjust.
The lights are already on as well, but the sunshine He's bathing the Campbelltown Stadium. Mundy looking right into it now.
Oh, Fenton made a great run into the box. They're playing with a lot of width. He's on the ball now.
The man who signed a new 2-year contract extension during the week.
That's a risky pass from Fox.
Sydney FC latched onto it. Poor ball by Ninkovic, nowhere near his intended target.
Well, he's struggled, hasn't he? At the start of this game, he's been dispossessed quite a few times.
Good adjustment from Wilkinson. Ninkovic can have another go. The run being made by Caceres.
Well, he had time and space to dink that in.
Zulo found Ninkovic. Now Lafondra upended after getting the pass away, and that will lead to the first booking of the game from Andrew Durante, who's hearing it from the Sydney FC bench. John Crawley, the most vocal, and Durante turned around to give him a piece of his mind.
Well, certainly a poor foul to give away there, Durante. Just followed through here.
Sixth booking of the campaign for Durante.
Well, there's no need for it, especially in that position. No danger whatsoever.
Had a brief spell with Sydney FC. You may remember both he and David Williams were both called in for a little cameo in that 2011 Asian Champions League. Played a handful of games each in the continental competition as O'Neill delivers again. Read well by Durante in flight. Krishna almost turned into trouble. Sydney FC won it back high up the pitch. Kachi will get there first. Mundy punching a ball with purpose to Fenton. Curto says, let's get it out of here. And he makes it over halfway. That's some achievement. And David Williams let him down, being offside.
Well, certainly interesting as well to see how Sydney deal with Williams and Krishna, who love to drop off in between the lines. Absolute nightmare for central defenders.
That was a terrific ball out by Warland, and Ninkovic couldn't match it. Now that's a back pass, isn't it? Comes off the boot of Fox, and then Curto just picks it up. Or is it an inadvertent touch?
It's a great run between the lines from Guchanajad, but Ninkovic just couldn't pick him out.
Here we go. Does Fox touch this? No, well, we never got around to it. Forget it ever happened then.
Well,
we'll move on.
I don't know. It looks like a harsh call.
There was no call.
Are you? That's right. From you, but I'm saying from you. A bit petty.
Pedantic commentating.
Well, and again, Ninkovic with the error.
Here we go. Williams. Sarpreet Singh took it in his stride beautifully. And then a tame finish at the end of it all.
And it was Ninkovic again coughing up possession here. And just played into Singh's feet. He did well to get past Warland. But in the end, just not enough power on his shot.
Michael Zulo was forced to defend Sydney FC's attacking style during the week.
Oh, it's a great throw.
Great throw to Lafondra, who couldn't get the shot away, at least initially. O'Neill. Great ball. Guchanajad, and Lafondra spurns this one, so they're attacking well until the finish, Sydney FC.
Well, it all started with the throw-in from Zulo. And it was really good work here from Gachanajad. What a ball that is into Lafondra. It just blasts it over. Another wonderful opportunity for Sydney to take the lead. But what a throw-in that was. A bullet throw-in.
Into space. It was alarming the way that Wellington, who played with the back three and then the two wing backs, had all that space to expose with a quickly taken throw. But they are missing Stephen Taylor today. Not sure it would have happened on his watch. Sydney FC really are passing it around very nicely indeed. Opening up Wellington at will. And playing with that front two as well. The signs are good on the understanding front for Gachanajad and Lafondra. They've already teed each other up once.
Well, both are so good at just finding those little pockets of space. Certainly the execution as well. It's been absolutely fantastic. Just poor finishing. The delivery is there, but really do need to be a bit more ruthless in front of goal. There he is, Stephen Taylor.
I don't think he knew he was on camera. I think he was signalling to someone else, but it worked out beautifully for our production there, Ned.
Big smile, the Hollywood smile.
Plenty of Wellington players back to deal with this throw from Michael Zula. Helped on by Mandi. Referee was going to give Wellington a foul. The advantage didn't really accrue. They couldn't get out of their defensive third. Ryan Grant doesn't have a crack from that kind of range too often. Now Caceres. Good scrap with Mandi. Great awareness by Brillante. Oh, nearly the first goal for Gachanajad. Denied by the post. There would have been an inquiry as to whether he was offside later. Now Zulo goes to ground, no penalty. Sean Evans well positioned to assess it in real time. Plenty happening here, but no goals as yet.
Well, fantastic lead-up play again from Sydney. It's a great ball through from Brillante. And he was onside.
He was onside by a mile, wasn't he? Kept on by Mandi. Now Gachanajad drops one over the top again. Can Ryan Grant get there? He can, and earn the team a corner. Lung-busting run from the right back.
Well, he did so well there, Dylan Fox, to get across. But lovely lead-up play again from Sydney. Gachanajad just floating around. Plays a beautiful ball in behind, but good work there from Fox. Get across and force the corner.
Zulo going all the way across to swing one in. Ben Warland among the targets. Zulo delivers at the back post. It was Grant. Here's Gachanajad once more on the turn. And plenty of bodies in the road that time. Is there a chance for a counter here? Warland playing for the free kick. Mentioned Sean Evans, lets the game flow. Didn't even signal an advantage there. Wilkinson's gone back to the keeper, and that's why Ned cried out no. You haven't had that chat with Marco van Basten yet.
I think I sent him a tweet.
Oh, did you?
He hasn't responded yet. I'll give him another couple of years to respond.
Send out the carrier pigeon. Wonder if his media monitors extends to the A-League. And Marco van Basten might get a little copy of that mention he just got on the A-League commentary. Maybe you'll find out that way. May have missed it in the Twitter sphere. O'Neill He's made a good start to this game. Risky kind of pass to Wilkinson that had a few of the fans oohing and ahhing.
Well, certainly put him under pressure. In the end, he just lumped it forward.
Just one win in the last 7 for Wellington against Sydney FC. It's their first home game ever played outside of New Zealand. They've been on the road around their own country on many an occasion, including to Palmerston North against Sydney FC a long time ago now, and Steve Corica scored the only goal of the game. One back by Sydney FC. It's turned over by Rufer once more. Hasn't had the best opening quarter of the 90. Caceres giving Grant one to chase. It'll hold up as well. Big opportunity, and Curto with more superb goalkeeping. Got there at the feet of Lafondra.
Oh, wonderful anticipation again from Curto. Just reads the game so well. It was a great ball in behind Caceres. Certainly interesting to see here. He did speculate, didn't he, Curto? I'm just thinking, is it Grant in that position?
Has he watched the YouTube clip?
I tell you what.
Did Zelic?
I reckon there was a massive gap there, and if he went for it, it's 1-0 Sydney.
That's the first foul Sydney FC have conceded in the meantime. 24 minutes in before Ninkovic was pinged for upending his opponent. How many times did you score with that kind of finish yourself, Ned? Was it just the once, or...?
Just the once on the pitch, but a couple of times on the Steve Vizard show, and Ray Martin as well.
They were asking you to...
They got a couple of rubbish bins out and just ping it through the bins.
Wow, Steve Vizard and Ray Martin.
Actually, I think on 60 Minutes as well. Was it Jana
Vent?
Jana Vent.
Really?
Actually got out on the football pitch.
And asked you to replicate it?
Asked me to replicate.
What a story. Has anyone got all those clips for us? Can they,
they have to
copy us in? They're on loop back at the Zelic household in Canberra.
No, I don't have them. I don't have them. I'd love to.
What can Wellington do here? They're all going to come from deep. As Singh delivers. Oh, Redmayne was blocked off by his own man. And now, surely, well, the offside flag goes up. The assistant is saying it won't count. But there were 2 Sydney FC players on the line. So if VAR says the goal should stand, Wellington may well be in front. We're about to find out. Stand by. Nathan Burns is making the point, how can they be offside? He's right next to the assistant as the Wellington substitutes warm up. Well, it's a good call, isn't it? Because that player, Kopczynski, is in between the 2 Sydney FC defenders, and the goalkeeper is advanced. So you've got to have 2 opponents between you and the goal. And it's a rare one when you see it evolve like that, but that's great officiating by the assistant on the near side, Owen Goldrick. Been around a long time now, and he knows every scenario going around.
Well, I mean, the fact that he did lift his flag, and we've seen that on so many occasions when the assistant referee just leaves it and lets VAR decide, but it was a great call from Goldrick.
Has he been on your radar?
Is that a rule to change, though? I mean, you know, it is a harsh rule, isn't it?
What, the offside rule?
No. I mean, the one where the goalkeeper, you know, is advanced, and then all of a sudden, I mean...
So it should be one outfield player and forget about the goalkeeper.
No, I'm just saying, you know, I mean, if you look at it from what just happened, I mean, Sydney made an absolute mess of it, didn't they?
And got bailed out on a technicality. Ninkovic around the corner. Zulo back to O'Neill. Plenty of movement It's great to watch right now what Sydney FC are producing. Ninkovic goes for the width provided by Zulo.
That's a great ball.
Picks out Grant and laid off for Caceres. Oh, it ricochets to Curto this time. They were queuing up. And there's an injury in the meantime for Wellington. After Fox put his body on the line, let's hope he's okay. But how have Sydney FC not scored yet?
Oh, sensational ball. And a really clever layoff, but that's brilliant defending there from Fox.
As he cops some friendly fire from Andrew Durante as they both tried to get the block in. Ryan Lowry is the backup defender amongst the substitutes.
Here it is again. Well, it certainly does look like he's caught one in the ankle from Durante. But really brave defending there from Fox.
So let's slow it all down again now here on the offside. Redmayne ran into his own man, and there is Kopczynski with only Grant ahead of him as the shot comes in. It's blocked by Caceres, and he's still deemed to be offside from that phase, the original phase, and not from returning the Caceres.
So it was only one man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Owen Goldrick. Take a bow, young man. Well, this is so unfortunate. He hasn't had many opportunities this year, Dylan Fox, just his third start of the campaign. Got the opportunity when Stephen Taylor failed the late fitness test, but he's in agony right now. And Ryan Lowry is being called upon. See Curto just consoling Durante, who had an effect there. Change of boots for Milos Ninkovic in the meantime during this elongated stoppage. How many different options have you got studs-wise as a professional player on game day?
Well, everyone's different, Speedy. I mean, I used to have 3 pairs of boots. So you bring the molds in and the studs and an extra pair of molds as well. But, you know, I mean, I guess really the whole process is getting out on the pitch pre-game, and that's pretty much as a player when you decide what you're going to wear. But, I mean, we know in this league here, with the conditions, most of the players are out there wearing molds.
So we wish Dylan Fox well. Hopefully not a long-term injury sustained there by friendly fire. And we're going to see Lowry for just the second time since round 11. He started in round 17 when Taylor missed out due to illness. Controversially sent off earlier in the season as well was Ryan Lowry, and he's out there now. Mark Rudin just checking on the welfare of his young defender. Getting there on the half volley was Brillanti. None of his teammates really anticipating. Kopczynski, who was signed as a midfielder, but now playing as one of those 3 centre halves. Roof has just been a little off, hasn't he? So far in this game. And Lafondra can turn. Gujanajad's on the move. And Kakachi favoured by the eventual ball.
Well, he just made the wrong run on this occasion, Gujanajad.
Berlanti getting the better of Mandi. Now Gujanajad has it. Ninkovic, I think, was trying to improvise a la Eric Botiak last night, but not quite the same
really,
damage.
He's got to head that one towards goal.
Great strength on the ball shown by Krishna there. Couldn't release Kakachi though. Tidy work by Ryan Grant once more, the Socceroos defender.
And here it is again. Just in that area, wasn't it, where as a player you don't know what to do. Do I head it? Do I control it? In the end, he made the wrong decision.
Seen too many headers from Ninkovic in his illustrious A-League career.
Well, certainly didn't have much time to react as well. It really was pinged into him.
Wow. Sean Evans has seen that.
Well, it has to be yellow, surely.
Well, if he's giving the free kick, you'd assume a yellow, and Fenton can't believe there isn't one to be shown here, but maybe Sean Evans is saying it's an accidental coming together and just the free kick. Mark Rudan's now debating it with the fourth official.
And now he's bringing the free kick all the way back.
Sarpreet Singh, all pretty tight on the edge of the box. Nice pick out though of Krishna, bringing it down for Kopczynski. Kept alive by Fenton. That was a nice idea. Trying to sell Redmayne with the eyes and drag it near post, but he dragged it a little too far.
Oh, and again, it's a wonderful opportunity here. The ball in the box and just held up again in the air. Smart play there from Krishna. It's Fenton who gets himself into a great position, but just hits it wide.
Unable to add to his 2 goals so far in this campaign.
Well, really should be getting that on target, shouldn't he, from that position?
Read in flight by Walland initially. Zullo's given it away to Mandi.
Well, Kachachi completely free on the left-hand side. They're just so good, Wellington, at pushing their wide players forward. You can see now Fenton and Kachachi pretty much have a line of 4 up there.
There's a look at 2 of the top 3 in the Alex Tobin votes are playing in this game, Krishna and Ninkovic. Well, they poll some points today to move clear at the top, and Diego Castro also playing in Sydney this weekend against the Wanderers tomorrow night. We'll have the chance to answer. Lafondra not giving up this chase, and it got a little awkward for Lowry, forced to concede the corner.
Well, certainly not an easy one to deal with. Good ball forward here from Grant. Just played it safe there, Lowry. Well, I said good ball. I mean, it wasn't the best ball, was it really? But enough to get a corner out of it.
Lafondra refused to give up on what looked a lost cause. Now Zullo delivers, and there was some pushing spotted at the near post, nowhere near where the ball wound up landing, but Sean Evans was onto it. A rare blow of the whistle stops an attacking corner. And there's Tony Popovic in the house, and he's right alongside Sam Krislovic, who is very prominent in that Southwest MacArthur franchise that'll be playing their home games out of here come 2020, and Popovich in town for the Wanderers game against the Glory tomorrow night. But there are some rumours going around that maybe Popper might be at the helm of that startup club, like he was with the Wanderers, of course, all those years ago.
Well, it sounds like you're saying it's a done deal.
I'm not saying that, Net. What have you heard?
Nothing.
He is great mates with Sam Krislovich. He catches up with him every chance he gets when he comes back to the Harbour City. And he's good mates with Mark Rudin as well, so they'll no doubt be having a catch-up after this game. Mark Rudin has been heavily linked with the new Western United team out of Melbourne. Now Fenton can't work his way around Ninkovic.
Well, he read him like a book, didn't he?
Rufa able to recycle through Lowry.
Goes all the way back there, man. If he turns, then he can play Cachachi in. Kakachi. But if he turns there, instead of going all the way back to the goalkeeper, Wellington can go forward.
Why does he go backwards then?
Because that's the only thing on his mind.
Has that been coached into him along the journey, or coached into him at Wellington Phoenix, or the safe ball, recycle possession?
How am I supposed to know?
Do you think it's coached into too many players?
How am I supposed to know what was coached into him on the journey?
What do you think?
All I can do is analyse that passage of play.
Do you think it's coached into too many players?
But do you agree with me? If he turns there...
I'm always looking for the attacking pass. I'm like you. But a lot of players, seemingly 95% of players, want to go backwards and complete the pass rather than risk giving it away. There's an element of risk associated with a forward pass, seemingly.
But all it is in that situation is one extra touch, really. He's taking a touch to go back to the goalkeeper. All he has to do is control and turn. So you use your first touch to actually turn and go forward, and your second touch goes forward to a teammate.
Is there a perceived pressure, the way that Berlanti and O'Neill have been nipping in and winning the balls back in midfield, perhaps? Here's O'Neill running onto it. And they've got an overload. Grant held up on his run. It breaks his way off the block shot. And now Ninkovic tried for the header. And Wellington work it clear once more. Here's a chance for a break, perhaps.
Ah, his touch let him down.
Still, that time Williams, if he turned and gone the other way, they were away. But he wanted to maintain possession for his team.
If he turns there, he plays Singh in behind Sydney's defence, and he's in on goal. But what's decisive in those situations, Speedy? We both know it's awareness. It's having awareness.
Here's Grant, aware that Gujanajad was in there, and so was Lowry. Got his head to it. O'Neill! Right into Durante. Now he's looking forward. And Williams finds Krishna. And Zullo took it off his toes.
Well, he did so well there, Zullo, to come across.
He's given away another corner here. Lafondra had given up on it, but he sensed that Lowry was committed to it.
Oh, he certainly was under pressure. Just put a bit too much on it there, Zullo. But still a good result for Sydney to get a corner. I mean, really, that was one just a dink into Lafondra.
O'Neill. Nice ball in. Wallen couldn't get his head on the end of it. It was tantalisingly presenting itself. Oh, Williams wasn't sure where it was.
Lacked a bit of awareness.
You've pinged him twice. Oh, O'Neill caught by Williams.
How's the header from Rufer? He just held up in the end. He just gave up on it, didn't he?
The accidental header.
He's like, this is taking so long, I'm just going to let the ball hit my head and whatever.
O'Neill already recovered from that knock. He's whipped in some tremendous balls.
You reckon he goes further left here?
This time he clips it. It was a better header by Rufer. Valenti just catching a little bit of Williams.
Why clip it?
And he's had such joy with the in-swinging pace.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Williams able to turn. Rufer kept it away from Lafondra.
He did so well there, Rufer.
Fenton showed too much of it to Ninkovic once more. Gujanajad's the target. Terrific run. Oh, Durante just gets enough of the noggin on it.
Well, he was stretching, wasn't he? I thought he was going to pull a hamstring there or something to try to get to it.
Or a neck muscle. 4 minutes of stoppage time being added on. And that lengthy stoppage when...
Oh, what a ball Redmayne.
Fox went down. Oh, is Gujanajad onside? The assistant was going to put the flag up. Now he does. Interesting one. He was hedging his bets. Do I put the flag up? But the commentator's going to get on my back if I'm wrong. I'm going to put it up anyway. I think he's right.
Does he know you're here in the commentary box?
Well, it's not me that's going to have a go. It's all you expert commentators who get stuck in every time they put it up and they're not offside. But he's clearly off by a metre or so.
Yeah. So what's he waiting for? For him to touch it?
I was waiting to see whether Gujanajad scored a goal. If Gujanajad had gone towards goal and had a strike, he would have let it go and then he would have put the flag up. Shadows lengthening in Campbelltown. One cleanly by Gujanajad. Lafondra won't be able to get there ahead of Kupczynski. Mandy kept it away from Caceres.
Great play.
Fenton's turned it over a few times and he's a little wary.
Well, he just has to side foot that one into Mandy and get the little 1-2 going.
Nice immediate switch from Berlanti. Plenty of space for Grant to explore. Clips one. Great header away by Lowry. He got there goal side of Gujanajad, who looked favourite for just a split second.
Wouldn't you love to see Ryan Grant just have a crack from there?
Yeah. Nice ball to feet from Zula. Gets one back from Ninkovic. Hangs it up to the back post. Kakachi works it clear intelligently to Williams. Not a lot left in the tank to launch a counter-attack here.
Well, they just lacked a bit of urgency, didn't they? Lovely play there from Pikachi. And really, they should be about 20, 30 metres upfield now.
But it's tough running into the breeze for 45 minutes straight when it's up-tempo, Ned, I'd imagine. They're looking for a breather.
Well, what do you got? Another minute to go?
You reckon you find
Surely
something?
you can exert yourself. You've got 45 seconds till drinks break, half-time.
Does that come into the thinking? Is that why we see a lot of goals late in halves, that you have, when you see the stoppage time board go up, you go, right, I can afford to go right at it here.
Yeah, or play it safe and pass back to the goalkeeper.
The really good teams all around the world score a lot of goals in stoppage time when they really crank it up because they know they're about to get a rest. Here's Sydney FC. What can they produce in the dying seconds? Great pick out of Gujanajad, but Durante sees off that threat. Referee checks his watch. And there's no time left now. Somehow it is goalless at half-time in Campbelltown. Adam Lafondra had a chance. Reza Gujanajad hit the post and wasted another opportunity, although it was expertly saved by Philip Curto. And at the break, it's 0-0.
Today's meaningful groups are representing the Macabre Football Association and Southern Districts Soccer Football Association. New Zealand Sport, official hydration partner of the Wellington Phoenix. Head to GatoradeScore.co.nz to get the gear that professionals use. It's good block and you can charge it to 80% and less than the time of the football match. Keep up to date with the happenings behind the scenes, on and off the pitch at Wellington Phoenix. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Tag us in your posts and you could be featured. Thinking big screen TV? Think Harvey Norman. With the latest and greatest, plus the biggest brands including LG, Samsung, Sony, Panasonic and Hisense, Harvey Norman is the big screen specialist.
Throughout history, the back seat has been a battleground. From the great bubblegum incident to the "you're on my side" conflict between Buckethead and Stupid Face. But the backseat battle is over. Presenting the new Hyundai Santa Fe with new levels of space, comfort, and the latest safety technology. New Santa Fe. Peace at last.
Over the course of 11 seasons, Hyundai Australia has granted over $765,000 to more than 325 junior grassroots football clubs across Australia through their iconic Hyundai Goals for Grassroots program. Goals for Grassroots is a joint initiative between Hyundai and the Wellington Phoenix, where affiliated grassroots football clubs can apply to receive a financial donation from Hyundai's football support program. For more information on this fantastic grassroots program and to register your club, visit goalsforgrassroots.com.au. Spectators must comply with the Hyundai A-League terms of admission and the venue's conditions of entry, including provisions relating to security screening and intoxication. Any spectator identified with a prohibited item or assessed as unduly intoxicated may be refused entry, evicted from the stadium, and potentially banned from attending future matches and handed over to police for further questioning. We ask you to respect your fellow spectators by refraining from illegal and dangerous activities. Would you please make welcome back onto Campbelltown Sports Stadium for the second half, your Wellington Phoenix. Also out onto Campbelltown Stadium, Sydney FC.
Now joined by Wellington Phoenix coach Mark Rudin. Mark, you started off pretty well. Did conditions have anything to do with the game?
Yeah, there's a bit of a breeze, and Sydney FC obviously used that breeze to their advantage. Played a lot of long balls in behind us, and they tried to pick up the second ball and go from there. So it's something that we spoke about and dealt with, but we've got to get better and be better at dealing with the second ball, in particular in the second half.
We saw Dylan Fox go off injured. Do you have an update from him?
Not good. It looks like it's his season, 6 to 8 weeks, so it's unfortunate. We've had a couple of injuries. Stevie had to pull out last minute as well in this game. So, you know, Ryan Lowry is more than capable of doing the job, but we do feel for Dylan Fox because he's waited a long time for his chance. Hopefully he'll be better next time.
Great, thanks Mark. Good luck for the rest of the game. Just joined by Sydney FC coach Steve Corica. Steve, plenty of chances created in that first half. What was your message to the boys at half-time?
Continue what they're doing because they're doing a great job. I thought first half performance was very good, especially with the ball defensively as well. But with the ball, we created 4 or 5 chances. Just lacking a goal, that's all.
So just more of the same?
More of the same, definitely, yeah.
Great, thanks Steve. Good luck.
Thank you.
Great to hear from both coaches, with Carly Adno on her sideline debut in the Hyundai A-League after doing great things in the Asian Cup back in the studio. Bit of scissor paper rock action from the Sydney FC players watching on from on high, including Joop van der Linden. Will he be part of the AFC Champions League squad? I wonder. Steve Corica has a big decision to make there. Does he go with van der Linden or does he go with De Jong, who's going to miss another couple of weeks, it appears, with a knee injury sustained while scoring the winning goal last time these teams met back in round 15, you may remember. Scored and hasn't played since after picking up a knock from Andrew Durante. So he's taken his toll in the last 2 contests, Durante. He fixed up De Jong last time, and now he's fixed up his teammate this time around. Purely accidental on both occasions, of course. Here he is, playing alongside Lowry and Kopczynski. And we heard Mark Rudin speak about how Sydney FC played with the breeze at their backs in that first half. No doubt he'll be trying to employ some similar tactics, Ned Zelic.
Well, certainly interesting to see if they have the creativity to be able to create the opportunities in Sydney. Did Speedy, but certainly will come down to just being ruthless enough in front of goal to finish them off, and certainly that was lacking in the first half for Sydney.
Free kick taken short. Caceres goes long. Fenton able to prevent the corner.
Well, I had a bit of time and space there, Caceres, but really should have been whipping that one into the box.
Right into the sun here, Michael Zullo, as he goes long into the area. Poked away from Krishna by Warland. Zullo runs out of room.
Oh, just a bit too tight there for Krishna. Certainly Warland was just waiting for him to take a touch so he could get his foot in there.
O'Neill so effective again. breaking things up in midfield.
Oh, he's just all over Krishna there, isn't he? Probably the better option is to look for a teammate there. Certainly Sydney pushing a lot of numbers forward, trying to regain possession in those areas where they have the shorter distances to goal.
O'Neill stayed onside, was found by Lafondra. This time Ninkovic went with the header initially, and Mandi was strong to keep it away from Gujanajat.
Oh, it was Goldrick on this occasion that left the flag down.
Wilkinson.
He almost got there, didn't he, Williams? Flicked it on for himself.
A lot of sand coming up when these players are playing the ball at times on this surface at Campbelltown. Time Grant didn't get enough on it, but still made it work. Berlanti. There's an aggressive move by Ryan Grant, who would have preferred an advantage being played there. Instead, he has to retreat 5 metres to take the free kick.
Well, he was strong in the challenge, wasn't he, Grant? Just wriggled his way out of this one.
Kept alive, at least in the attacking third, by Milos Ninkovic, preventing the goal kick.
Well, he made the early decision there, didn't he, Fenton? Try and jockey it out.
And he throws it straight to an opponent. Sydney FC trying to hem Wellington in here. Gujanajat.
Oh, it's just so crowded in there, isn't it?
Sydney FC be able to open things up. Ryan Grant left alone, as you can see. He was the only Sydney FC player on the current books involved last time they played a game at this venue. That was in the 2011-12 season, a 1-1 draw against Perth. Mark Bridge and Adam Hughes with the goals on that occasion. Mark Bridge announcing in the last 24 hours or so that this will be his last season in the A-League with the Wanderers. Again, Lowry keeping it away from Lafondra.
Strong header there, Lowry.
Sydney FC really bossing possession here at the start of the second half, which will please their coach. And now Gujanajat in behind. Away by Durante. He can keep it in though. Flicked on by Grant. Fondra trying to help it on towards Ninkovic. Wellington struggling to clear their lines.
And another header.
You love that little passage. Now Ninkovic. Lafondra. Can't work at Dezulo, and away goes Fenton. This is the opportunity they've been looking for. They can set sail down breeze the Knicks. Look at Fenton go.
That's a brilliant run.
Cushion pass was a decent idea from Williams, but tough to pull off for Singh. Krishna's back on side here. Eventually he'll get it via Fenton. Numbers in the box. Roy Krishna. So no one in particular.
Well, why not just strike it from there? Certainly.
Williams might. Placing it! And Redmayne flying through the air. And it's just wide from David Williams, that close to his 7th goal of the campaign.
Well, it just felt beautifully, didn't it, for Williams? And you can see him just try and curl it into the top corner. I actually thought that was going in.
I knew you thought it was going in. I judged that from your reaction. He has scored some amazing goals down the years, David Williams, including some belters this season. 35 in his A-League career now. Best ever return was 12 in one season with Melbourne City. Grant able to lob one down the line to Caceres. Certainly making Cacace work defensively.
Oh, it's a lovely flick.
And Grant tried a step over, didn't confuse Mandy. Again, Grant able to find a teammate with a long throw, but Gujanajad couldn't maintain possession. Lovely ball, Zulo to Grant. The fullbacks have exchanged passes a few times in this game. And Grant goes high. Plenty of tail on it too. Krishna, did he get a nutmeg there on Ninkovic? I think he might have done.
Oh, he's lucky to get away with that one.
Brazen in his defensive third. Well done by Mandy, able to pass forward through traffic there. And Rufer went backwards.
Could have gone forward again. Benton in great position.
And again, that's a situation where a teammate has just beaten 3 players with a forward pass, so there's going to be space if you go forward.
Exactly right. He's done all the hard work.
O'Neill. Overhit, misplaced pass.
Oh, just took the wrong option there, Neil. Gujanajad made a great run in that central area.
Well, here comes the birthday boy. Killian Sheridan, who leaves his 20s behind today. The Irish international. And Sarpreet Singh has been a little too quiet for Mark Rudan, the young playmaker who celebrated his birthday during the week. The 20-year-old makes way for the 30-year-old. Very attacking move by Mark Rudan. And look at them, creating something immediately. Roy Krishna, oh, what a block by Wilkinson. Showing all of his experience there to time that one.
Well, such good play from Wellington. All started from the initial flick on from Sheridan. There's Williams here, just getting in there. And that is sensational defending there from Wilkinson.
Look how delighted Redmayne was with the immediate clap for the veteran. Wearing the captain's armband with Alex Brosk amongst the substitutes. Sheridan, little nibble at Warland. Ben Warland is keeping Jopp van der Linden out of the squad altogether at the moment. That's why there's some debate for Steve Corica about which way he goes with that Asian Champions League squad. Does he bring van der Linden into the equation? He can go with 3 overseas players and 1 AFC player, so Gujanajad is the +1, and they've got to pick 3 out of 4. Ninkovic and Lafondra are certainties. Then is it van der Linden or de Jong? Bit of a headache for Corica. Think back to last season when Graham Arnold left out Jordi Bos, and that was a decision which was criticised. Too far away from the start of the group stage for Sydney FC, as Lafondra is offside and Goldrick is just having a blinder.
Great vision again from Goldrick.
Is he taking over from Greenshields as your #1?
I tell you what, he's up there.
Good use of the body there by Krishna. Mandy can look up and see Williams presenting.
Oh, have a turn there, Williams.
He didn't see Lafondra coming from his blind side, though, and it's play on here for Gujanajad. Isolated. Look at Ryan Grant streaming forward. Gujanajad tries to fire it in the top corner from a really tough angle. few of his teammates questioning the wisdom of that final choice.
Well, you could see he just had one thing on his mind there.
An interesting non-call. VAR may have gone back and explored that had Gujanajad parked it in the top corner. They're looking dangerous, aren't they, with this front three now? Sheridan showed too much to Brillante.
Well, he was winding up, wasn't he, Sheridan? And then in two minds. Certainly need a bit quicker decision-making in those positions. It's a great ball.
By Rufer. Sheridan back to Williams, who thumps it in the bottom corner. And Sheridan is deemed offside, and he's not complaining about it. I hope he's offside. Otherwise, Wellington fans will be blowing up.
And just winning the ball here. Rufer and Sheridan on the shoulder of Wilkinson. Great ball in behind. Slightly offside. Tough to see from that angle, but... I mean, if it was Goldrick on the other side, we'd say, yeah, it's offside, but...
You're hedging your bets with Greg Taylor. He got the one right in the first half. The officials are on fire. Mandy asking for a bit more protection. Feels like Sydney FC are getting away with plenty of contact there. Krishna, little clip on the ankles from Brandon O'Neill. Both he and Ninkovic, the most fouled players in the A-League heading into this round. Fouled 50 times each, but there was no whistle that time for Krishna.
It seems every time he gets the ball, there's like 2 or 3 players just all over him.
Come on, Michael, come on.
Time Sheridan had 2 to beat. They can open up the pitch here for Grant if Wilkinson will get out of the road.
Well, he's opened it right up.
Borland had to bend it around Wilco, who's upended by Sheridan. They'll come all the way back for a free kick where the centre half was filled. We've gotten past the hour mark with no goals yet in this one. Last night there were no goals in the first half hour. Then we saw 8, a 5-3 win for the Brisbane Roar against the Mariners. Some amazing goals scored last night, and this game certainly has the feel that there'll be some goals in the last half hour.
It's amazing that we haven't had 2 or 3 goals. And the amount of opportunities that have been created.
Krishna and Zulo, neither knew where it was for a moment. That one's going to hang in the air and almost go backwards at the end of its journey. Credit Brillante for actually getting a header on the end of it. Gujanajad tried a little nutmeg on Rufer, who was having none of it.
Not a bad ball from Redmayne to find a teammate.
Kakachi, great ball. Williams not anticipating it. On the back foot a little. And there's a foul, Durante, into the back of his man.
Oh, no need of fouling that, really. He's going nowhere.
He's got to be careful as well. The only player booked in this game so far is Durante. Here comes Alex Brosk for Reza Gujanajad. Not to be today, but boy, was he close. 5 shots in all. 1 of them hit the post in the first half, and 1 of them was spectacularly denied by Philip Curto. Surely that goal is coming. Good movement by Ninkovic between the lines. He uses Zulo. Great ball. Oh, it eludes 1 in the middle, but not Grant at the back post. And clear by Kopczynski. Oh, that ball looked so inviting for the header. They just couldn't get on the end of it in the middle. Although was looking for Grant, who'll get it now via O'Neill. Little 1-2. Trying to get in behind Kakachi. O'Neill clever. Caceres driven in at speed and away by the man they call Jura. One more time.
Oh, not a bad ball in from Caceres, but really needed someone making a run from deep. Get on the end of it. Wellington just backing off a bit. I mean, seeing the opportunity to string a few passes together.
Yet another, all the way through. The clever dummy, Caceres! Straight at Kurto. Well, the step over from Lafondra opened everything up there. O'Neill, brilliant quick feet. The run being made by Brosk. Alex Brosk, the substitute penalty. Obvious. Sydney FC will be stepping up to the spot. And the change off the bench of the veteran striker has made an immediate impact.
And it was coming. It's only great play from Sydney to regain possession. And Brosk with a really good run in behind. Kurto just too late, brings him down.
A brief discussion about who was going to take the penalty, but it is the Golden Boot leader, Adam Lafondra. Has failed to dispatch one of his penalties, first time around, at least. What can Kurto do after conceding the spot kick? Lafondra, oh, blast it! And the keeper stayed there, but he could not get a hand to it. What an emphatic way to make it 14 for the season and give Sydney FC the lead against the Knicks. 65 minutes in. How fast was that travelling?
Well, here it is again, and it's a clear penalty. Lafondra looks to go for power and just drills it past Kurto to put his team up 1-0.
He didn't commit to either side, did he? He stood there. And you'd think a goalkeeper's going to be every chance to maybe tip that one over, but it was past him in a flash.
Just had too much power on it.
And you were reflecting on all your moments on Media Street and your playing career, 60 minutes and all that. Did you ever get on Hey Hey at Saturday when they had the radar gun on and they measured how fast a footballer could hit the ball?
No.
That might have been Paul Wade who got that gig. You should chat to your agent about how you missed out on that one. But here's a chance for Kakachi. But how fast do you reckon Lafondra has hit that ball?
I haven't spoken to him in years.
Will blow up from the mullet man. But that's got to be going around 130 k's an hour maybe, or even faster, that shot from Lafondra.
134.
134, you reckon?
Tipping.
Righto, there's a little challenge for shootout tomorrow night to do the mathematics on it all and work out how fast that ball was travelling to give Kurto no chance. Kakachi kept it in. Left his mark on the corner flag. And now he earns a corner.
Oh, great work there from Kakachi. He has put in a great shift. Bit of a tired cross there. Well, no, I thought he was going to whip it in first time. Just took the touch to make sure.
He's done his teammate a favour here by just leaning that corner flag back a little, opening up a bit more room for Rufa. Out comes Redmayne with a good claim. A quarter of the game to go. Sydney FC poised to to go second on the ladder with these 3 points, if they can hold on, but still a long way to go.
Oh, there's Fenton there winning the header against Mandy.
I think Williams was about to give up on that, and then he realised he was every chance, and that moment of hesitation meant all he could do was prevent the goal kick. But the balls do hold up on this sand-based surface when they are played over the top. Now Krishna. Tony Popovich will already be putting that away in his black book, Ned, if he does get the coaching role here at Campbelltown in 2020.
What, the surface?
Yeah, sand-based surface holds up. You can play balls in behind. He's in the house for those who weren't watching in the first half. Tony Popovich here. This will stay in for Kakachi as well. Plenty to aim for in the box. Oh, Redmayne, he got a little awkward as it looped towards that top corner. Safety first at the end of it all.
Well, it was always happening, wasn't it? Just floats that one in, and the wind takes control. But Redmayne was alert to it.
Oh, Lowry tried the back heel effort and then gave away the foul on Brosk. There is Popper alongside one of the power brokers for the new Southwest Macarthur A-League franchise, Sam Krislovich.
So is Sam still involved at Sydney United, or?
I'm not sure. I haven't tracked that progress.
Right, okay.
I think he still might be.
Oh, he's just pinged that one, hasn't he, Redmayne?
2-iron stinger into the wind. Last touch off Krishna, says the assistant, and there's a debate going on.
So you can beat the wind. Just ping it, hit it sweetly down the middle of the fairway.
Don't swing hard, swing easy. You'll be amazed how far it goes. That's a handball by Zulo. You can tell by the body language, immediately giving himself up in fear of a yellow card. Quick switch to Kakachi. Look at Brosk, full of energy. Oh, and he thought he might have gotten away with that one, but he took too much man as well.
Well, he may have just clipped his heels here, yep. Got a bit of the ball, but
Copped his fair share of wax as Mandi. Would almost be a yellow card for accumulation of fouls against him.
Well, he probably deserves one there because he just took too long. He did so well to switch the play there, and Kakachi was on.
Now Fenton. And they converged on him once more, but given away by O'Neill to Rufer. And then he's passed too short, asking too much of the right back. It's last touch of Fenton. Same scoreline we saw last time these teams met in Wellington. Seemed de Jong's goal was enough on that occasion. Mark Rudan preparing another change. Max Burgess, once of Sydney FC, not too far away. Found by Ninkovic, trying to link with Caceres once more, and it's last touch off him. Time for that change, and Mandi can go put his feet in an ice bucket. Defensive midfielder off, fresh legs into that part of the pitch. Burgess more of an attacking player. The onus goes on Rufer to hold the fort at the base of midfield. nice little chip over the top. Benton chested it down to Zulo's advantage. Now Krishna, lightning turn that was. And Williams in behind, being tracked by Warland. Fenton. Out comes Redmayne, and able to gather over the top of Sheridan. Had that man bun to contend with as well. Another little equation for the goalkeeper there, Ned. Can't really coach that preparation-wise, can you?
Well, certainly not easy. I mean, who would be willing to do that on a Friday?
Here's Brosk. Already created one goal. Winning the spot kick. Now Zulo using Brosk once more. He makes such lovely runs in behind as the club captain. And he'll get it again. Ninkovic is on around the corner. Zulo can't whip it past Burgess. Krishna keeps it in. Oh, the ball was across the line in its entirety, says the assistant. And Krishna is having a running battle right now with Greg Taylor on that far side.
And another situation where Wellington are just so deep when they do recover the ball. It's just really tight. Sydney throwing numbers forward, making it really difficult for Wellington to play out.
Oh, risky ball. A tired one from Ninkovic. Hurled to the advantage of Kakachi. Burgess turned his way into trouble though.
Oh, he did so well to recover there, Ninkovic.
Spent a little bit of time at Sydney FC to Max Burgess and Newcastle, and now of Wellington.
Tell you what, the wind's absolutely creating havoc with his hair.
Krishna able to lay it off to Burgess.
Switches on.
Kakachi.
Well, he's waiting for support there, Kakachi, but all his teammates are on the other side of the field.
Well, there's plenty of players committed forward here, almost the front four, if they can launch an effective ball. They are playing with the breeze at their backs, of course. Sydney FC were much more effective using it, weren't they, in the first half, than Wellington have been. Eventually, they've got it all the way up into the attacking third. Kachi, one of the smartest players going around in the A-League. Doesn't make a lot of wrong choices, does he? He's coming back for a set-piece opportunity. Pretty central. The assistant coaches, Chris Greenacre and company, have stood up and told Max Burgess what kind of delivery they're looking for here in this kind of situation. See, Sheridan is just gesturing where he wants it. That's who Burgess is locking eyes with here, looking for Sheridan, who wins the header. And he was onside too. Just too straight towards Redmayne.
Well, certainly a difficult angle as well. That's probably one of those where you head it across again for a teammate to run onto it.
The old second phaser.
That's the one.
Ninkovic caught by Lowry, and the card is coming out. So that's two of the back three on cautions.
They just waited too long here, Lowry. He's done ever so well today, hasn't he, Ninkovic, defensively? Certainly has been putting himself about, getting the great areas to put Phoenix players under pressure and force the error.
Zulo deep. Oh, Ryan Grant getting in there. Scrambled away once more. And the outlet is Williams. Can they launch something here? That's a nice switch. Allowing Fenton to run onto it. Lafondra working hard and taking a booking for the team there. Only had one thing on his mind.
That ball in. Just couldn't get on the end of it there. Grant. Good switch of play from Wellington. Lafondra coming across to commit the foul.
Picks up his third yellow card of the campaign. Not too far away from the amnesty, which means you'll have to get to 8 yellow cards before you serve a suspension, but we're still a fortnight away from that. Grant able to shepherd it clear. Oh, he's not happy. He threw the ball at his opponent there. Lowry, the referee just has a quiet word. He fires up a little, doesn't he, Ryan Grant? Especially when Dylan Wenzel-Halls grabbed the mullet a few weeks ago.
Sean Evans loves it. He's cracking up.
Get that India, says Ryan Grant.
Right in the back.
What about what it's done to Wenzel-Halls since he grabbed the mullet? It's almost like it's given him superpowers with what he's doing now. You think more players should be just having a little tug on the mullet?
Well, they should, yeah. There certainly is something there. Bit of mullet magic.
Burgess, nice little turn into space. Lowry, Rufa. Ninkovic won't be able to get there, but he put the pressure on Lowry. And the pass going out of play as a result.
Well, he tried to bend that one around the corner, didn't he, Lowry? He thought a bit of wind, a bit of spin, and it might get there.
Inside the final 10 minutes we go. 65th minute penalty from Adam Lafondra, the difference right now. No one there for that pass. O'Neill just expects Ryan Grant to be there.
It's still a great feeling, isn't it, when you ping the ball cross field. Hit it sweetly. There's just no one there.
Breaks the way of Kakachi once more. Who is fouled by Caceres. Liberato Kakachi made his A-League debut in a 4-0 loss in Sydney as a 17-year-old a few years back. Krishna keeping it alive only briefly.
And they swarm upon him. Again.
The Wellington Phoenix team will be owned by Bay 14, the northern end of the ground.
He was under pressure early in this game, wasn't he, Alex Wilkinson? But he's certainly been immense in this second half.
Well, I mean, as a defender, you just hate playing against these little mobile guys that just run all day. But clearly you can see he's using his experience out there. Really good positional play.
He's under the pump again here. Williams, nice ball inside. Burgess! And Redmayne tracked it, anticipated where the shot was going, and is preserving that clean sheet.
Well, what a chance. There's brilliant work here from Williams, just getting on the front foot. And he finds Burgess, and he really should be burying this one. Wonderful opportunity.
Now Rufa can open up the pitch. The tail on it out in front of Fenton. Running at Zulo, who won it cleanly, and it stayed in for him too.
Well, it's really smart defending from Zulo. Showed too much of it there, Fenton.
One more diagonal from O'Neill. Caceres is labouring at the moment. A candidate to be replaced, you'd have to imagine. Now Kakachi, what a move. The youngster. All the way back for Rufer to let fly.
Well, Wilkinson in the way. A lovely play there from Kakachi. Just dancing his way through.
Sydney FC were very keen to make a change right then and there. They've seen that one or two of their players is labouring, and Danny De Silva is ready to come on. Ufuk Talay blowing up at the fourth official right now, but here come Wellington once more. Benton, decent ball in. Plenty of numbers there. Keep it away from Sheridan. Minkovic will be playing for a foul if he can. Well, he kept his feet, so did Burgess. One back by Zulo. Now Lafondra is interested. And Brosk has found him. What a terrific ball. Lafondra this way and that on Kapczynski.
Oh, brilliant play initially from Zulo. Good lead-up play from Sydney. Pinging the ball into Lafondra's 1v1.
Little flick out there by Ryan Grant, you may have noticed on Sheridan. Here comes Zulo at full speed. Michael Zulo, and this time it's Durante getting in the road. The veteran centre halves have certainly had their say today. Part of the reason only one goal has been scored. It'll hold up here. Roy Krishna. He ran into Grant. They're asking about the contact on Krishna, who's been left in a crumpled heap. But it all looked above board, at least initially from Sean Evans' perspective. VAR running the rule over it. Nice feet from Burgess.
Well, it's a great ball as well from Rufer.
And Grant got there and played it out off Kakachi to boot. Time for that change now. And it is Caceres, who was running on empty for about the last 5 minutes, who's going to make way.
And here's that opportunity again. The great flick on from Sheridan. It's really good work there from Wilkinson and Grant to come across.
Still getting the wind back into it. So Caceres off, De Silva on. Late cameo for the youngster. Scored his first ever A-League goal against Wellington as a Perth Glory teenager way back in 2014. Alex Bross going into the book here. Brosk debating it. Be careful with what you say to referees. I've spoken about last night. Matty Simon eventually talked his way off the pitch for a second yellow.
Still going. Oh, it was nothing.
Sean Evans is telling Broski to cool down a little. Burgess. Redmayne comes. That's good, strong hands after contact with Sheridan.
Just floated into the box and assured goalkeeping there from Redmayne. He's been really good in these situations. So strong coming out to collect. What's he taking, a hit there or something? Or?
Yeah, well, Sheridan ran into him, and he's such a big man, a big gangly man, that any kind of hit in that hip region can just knock you out of kilter a little bit. That's what happens when you're 6'6" or so, 6'7".
Let's have another look at it.
Yeah, just cops it in the lower back / hip region.
You reckon that's one go down, call the physios in and waste a bit of time?
Yeah.
You think he'll be okay?
I think he'll recover.
Look, he's back up. Yeah. So really it was nothing.
Well, we'll just have to see whether he needs to go to the chiropractor during the week to straighten it all out. He'll play on for now bravely.
I mean, it didn't look like there was much in there.
He's recovered a bit quicker than some other goalkeepers that we've seen down the years. Sydney FC looking to close this one out. Lafondra all the way into the area. Last touch was heavy, then he's fouled. That's the complaint, waved off.
Well, he found a bit of space here, didn't he, Lafondra, and just switches on the turbo.
His teammates went into back for him. Lafondra knew he wasn't going to get the call.
Oh, lovely control again from Kakachi.
Sheridan pulls it back, hoping to find Williams, but Walden was there. Big up and under. Redmayne's going to come. Up he goes. Elects to punch. Kept alive by Williams. Poked back to Burgess. There's no one out there. He might be able to track it down himself. Last touch off him for the Sydney FC throw. Here we go. What happens here, Ned?
Well, it's just textbook use of the body. Well, you'd give a penalty here?
I don't know. So the defender's allowed to do that.
Well, I mean, the ball has clearly got away from Lafondra, so it's opened up that window of opportunity for the defender to get in there and use his body.
Here goes Lafondra again. Goal side. Teammate looming in the middle. He's found him. De Silva not quite. Desperation defending. Prevented a second from Sydney FC there. And there's an injury right on the goal line, so the referee blows it up and says we'll have a drop ball in a moment.
Right, that's brilliant work from Kakachi. A goal-saving moment. Did so well to skip away here, Lafondra. And just puts that ball in, and Kakachi's there.
De Silva was writhing in agony immediately as his left arm buckled underneath all those bodies. And it got tangled up there big time. Oh, he was asking for the medical staff immediately here. Archie was also in some bother initially, but he's okay. What kind of damage has been done to young Danny De Silva there? He's 21 years of age now. He's had some untimely injuries along the journey. This is all going to add to stoppage time. Here's what it means on a live ladder. If it stays like this, Sydney FC will climb to second, and the Victory will have the chance to answer in the Melbourne Derby, which is coming up right after this game, of course. And Wellington will be only 6 points clear of Newcastle, and the Jets have got to be so encouraged that maybe there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow after all, Ned.
Well, I'll tell you what, it'll be a massive game tomorrow. Certainly interesting to see how the Jets pull up after playing Asian Champions League playoff during the week. If it does stay like this, they're in with a great opportunity to reduce the gap to 3 points. I believe they still have to go away to Wellington into March.
Many thought it was done and dusted, the race for the top six. Not just yet. Wellington came into this game with just one win in their past 6. Only going to be one win in their past 7, barring a monumental late turnaround here. Williams tried the no-looker when it looked like it was opening up for a shot from him. Now Lafondra can just turn and go. He's onside inside his own half when the ball was played. Broska's been rugby tackled in the background, and the referee blows it up. Are you kidding? Lafondra's got a shooting chance. Give the yellow card later, Sean Evans. What are you thinking? It happened right on his watch, but Sean Evans, you've got to be better than that.
Well, I'm speechless, really. Wonderful opportunity, Sydney to increase the lead. And Sean Evans with a brain explosion.
And Lafondra knows, when he looks over his shoulder, that Brosk's out of the equation. And he can just take on the strike, which would have happened. But the whistle went, and that's why everyone stopped. Lafondra's just making the point with Broski, saying to his captain, why did the ref blow this up? Okay, give the yellow card to Roof for later, but let Lafondra have a shot. That'll come up in the Monday meeting with the referees when they get on their hookup, and I'm sure it'll never happen again. O'Neill, nowhere near it. Rufa, good awareness. Knew where Kakachi was. Liberato, Kakachi, and Grant gets the block in this time.
Oh, he did so well there, Grant, to stick a boot out.
Oh, brilliant turn by Rufa. Bending it, not quite far enough.
Oh, tremendous play, Rufa here. The goal did open up. There was a slight gap there for him to try and curl that one in.
Would have been a good time to score his first A-League goal in game number 41 today. Mark Rudan hoping that this time is all being added on. We could be headed to about 97 or even 98 minutes on that clock. Remember, De Silva was down in stoppage time. Straight out of play by Redmayne. There's balls coming from everywhere. Had 3 choices there, and eventually Kakachi with the restart. Burgess, little flick. Sheridan to Williams. Kakachi. And away by O'Neill at the end of it all. All hands on deck for Sydney FC, trying to prevent a late equaliser here. Wallen's header only as far as Lowry. Krishna gave it away to Ninkovic, but he's just happy to put it out of play right now.
Well, they're so deep, Sydney. Wellington throwing numbers forward.
De Silva favouring that left arm a little there. Copped some more treatment from Rufa. And it was across the sideline before Kakachi got the boot to it. Little glance at the watch from Sean Evans. How much longer are we going? Kupczynski helps it in. On by Sheridan. Roy Krishna on the turn, not quite. Durante is getting forward. Free kick given to Sydney FC. Some thought the full-time whistle was coming then.
Well, great couple of minutes for Wellington, really boxing Sydney in.
Well, Sydney FC see off Wellington by a 1-0 scoreline for the 2nd time in a row. They have been dominant against the Knicks in recent times. Just 1 win in the last 8 against Sydney FC. for the Wellington Phoenix. One goal from Adam Lafondra from the penalty spot, enough. Full-time, Sydney FC 1, Wellington 0.
14 to the northern end of the ground, just by the very large Huawei and Go Media banners.